She was a social worker who opened her home and her heart, hoping to save a troubled teen, but that single act of kindness would set off a chain reaction of betrayal, a secret affair, and a cold blooded plot for insurance money. In the end, the very girl she tried to save would be the one to take her life. Out in the quiet suburb of Willoughby Hills, Ohio, 41-year-old Lisa Nofel was known for her dedication to helping others. She was a social worker. She and her husband Kevin had fostered kids before, so they knew what they were getting into, or at least they thought they did. In July of 2011, they welcomed 16-year-old Sabrina Zunich into their home. Sabrina's life had been anything but stable. She'd been bounced between group homes and struggled with a history of aggression, on top of a diagnosis like bipolar disorder and anxiety. The Newfels' home was meant to be a safe harbor, a final chance for a teen who had nowhere else to go. And for a little while, it seemed to be working. But what looked like a terrible act on the surface was hiding something much darker. It didn't take long for the relationship between Lisa and Sabrina to sour. Sabrina felt like an outsider, convinced Lisa favored her own biological daughters. So she turned to someone else for comfort, her foster father, Kevin. He was 42, and he presented himself as a sympathetic friend, someone she could trust. But his intentions weren't fatherly at all. What started with inappropriate massages soon spiraled into a full-blown sexual affair. This wasn't some teenage romance. Kevin was grooming her. He played on her fears of aging out of the foster care system with nowhere to go, exploiting her desperate need for stability. Just after Sabrina turned 18, she even petitioned to stay with the Nofels to finish high school, unknowingly walking deeper into the trap he had set. As Kevin was carrying on with his foster daughter, his marriage to Lisa was falling apart. He complained to friends that he hated his wife, even making a chilling confession. Lisa was worth more dead than alive. And he meant that literally. Kevin stood to collect nearly $800,000 from life insurance policies if Lisa died. A messy divorce could mean losing custody of his kids. So he came up with a much more sinister plan. He decided to have Lisa murdered, and he knew just who to use as his weapon, Sabrina. Kevin was a truck driver, and he used his time on the road to coach her. He sent texts and made calls, telling her exactly what kind of knife to buy, where to strike the body to cause the most damage, and how to stage the whole thing to look like a burglary gone wrong. He even told her to claim she blacked out, hoping an insanity defense would get her off the hook. On November 16th of 2012, everything was in place. Kevin was conveniently hundreds of miles away on a trucking route in Michigan. Around 1:15 in the morning, Sabrina walked into Lisa's bedroom while she slept. The attack that followed was brutal. Lisa was stabbed and slashed nearly 200 times with a serrated knife. The noises woke up Lisa's 13-year-old daughter, Megan. She ran into the room and saw the horrifying attack on her mother. In an incredible act of bravery, Megan tried to pull Sabrina away. When she couldn't stop it, she grabbed a phone and made a frantic, heartbreaking 911 call for help. When police got there, the scene was a nightmare. Sabrina was still in the bedroom, covered in blood and holding the murder weapon. Lisa was dead. At first, Sabrina stuck to the story. Kevin had fed her, claiming she'd taken some pills and blacked out. But the story unraveled almost immediately. The burglary was sloppy. Nothing of value was even taken. It didn't take long for the investigators to uncover the secret that tied it all together. The affair between Sabrina and her foster father, Kevin. The level of manipulation and betrayal in this case is just staggering. If you want to keep exploring stories like this one, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a new video.
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Hello? Okay, this is your sister? Yeah, and she's doing my mom with a knife. Maybe please tell her. She's doing what to your mom with the knife? You need to take a deep breath for me so I can understand you.
No, I did. Please tell me. You need my mom to the knife, please.
What?
She's gonna kill my mom.
You're going to have to take a deep breath. I cannot understand you. Why is your mom going to die? What happened?
I don't know.
Is someone hurt?
She's still stabbing my mom.
She stabbed your mom?
Yeah.
Where is your sister?
Knock it off!
Where is your sister?
Quick!
Obviously, Kevin, Mr. Waltz told you some things that we have an indictment against you, okay? And we would like you to talk to us to give us some insight on some things. We have a lot of facts as to your involvement in this case, and we would like to know your side of the story on what happened.
Why don't you start at the beginning, Kevin? When did Sabrina come into the house, and how did that all unfold that you became the caretaker? You and Lisa.
It was in June of last year.
June of 2012?
No, 11.
So June of 2011. Okay. And was this your idea that Sabrina come to the house? Was it Lisa's idea, or kind of both your idea?
It was, am I allowed to?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was, Lisa brought it to my attention. She was in a group home out in Painesville.
Is that something that came out of your church, or something that came out of her employment?
We've been foster parents for, ever since I met Lisa. She became foster parents before I met her.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you know Lisa before you got married? Or how long were you dating before you got married?
Just a year.
1 year? Did you know her prior to dating her, or?
No.
Okay. And you got married in 2006, is that correct? So after about a year or so, who brings the conversation up about it would be a good idea to start fostering again?
I don't really know if we had a conversation like that.
Okay.
Every once in a while, Lisa would come home and say that she got a call on a kid. For whatever reason, she would, tell him no, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we would discuss whether we wanted to do it again or not, or there was always the discussion of what age group to go with. We were open to do anything from babies all the way up. Didn't matter what sex, didn't matter what color, didn't matter what race, nothing. Which, we're a Japanese mix, and we're biracial. It didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It was black.
It's always about the well-being
That's it.
and helping.
Yeah.
Right. That's what foster care is about.
Yeah. We wanted to show these kids what it was supposed to be like to live in a somewhat normal family.
How did the discussion about Sabrina get brought up? I mean, obviously Lisa received a phone call, and she came home, and you guys had to discuss about something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She knew that we told her. All I knew was she was in a group home.
Mm-hmm.
She was taken from her parents, or there was something wrong with her parents. I think being drug addicts or something like that at a young age. She went to live with her grandma. Grandma was getting old, and Sabrina was taking advantage of that and running around the neighborhood. So the county came in and took custody of her, put her in a group home. And
This was Lake County Jobs and Family
Yeah.
Services, right?
and we knew she was on some medications for I think she was bipolar. There was a few different things that she was dealing with. Lisa told me that she was available to come into care, so they arranged for us to meet her at the group home. And I think the thing that interested us about her was the fact that she wasn't going to be going with anybody else or back with family. It was going to be someone that she was going to age out of the system.
At what age do they age out of the system?
18 or completion of high school.
Okay. So if they turn 18 and it's middle of school year, they'll let them complete the program, and then at that point in time,
Right.
you either decide to keep her and basically you're going to raise them yourself and you don't get any money, any assistance,
Correct.
or you return her back and then she...
No, you don't turn her back. You just open the door and say, see ya.
Okay. How long was it before she moved into your house?
Oh, it was probably a couple months.
A couple months?
Yeah, because we did a day visit where she came and spent the day at our house, and then
So prior to her coming to visit at your house, did you ever meet her beforehand? Like, did you guys like go to the Lake County Job and Family Services and
we
meet
went to
there?
her group home.
Her group home? Okay.
They were having a big party or picnic or something like that, so
Okay.
the social worker told us to come out there and we could meet her that way and have our first conversation and interaction with her.
So then the next step is to have a day visit at your house. And how did that go? Tell us a little bit about that visit.
She came to the house and the kids played and we just all just did family stuff together, played outside. I can't remember exactly what we did, but she spent the day with us and then she went back to the group home.
But it was nice, there was no drama, no issues, nothing like that, correct? Okay. Well, what's the next step?
There was a overnight visit and then there was I think a whole weekend long visit, if I remember correctly.
Okay. And at that point in time, is that when you and Lisa decided that you were going to keep her then, or is that decision made before that?
No, we took it slow, and that's why we wanted to do the visits to see how she would intermingled with the family.
Okay. And what did, I'm assuming that you and Lisa are having ongoing conversations about Sabrina? What is she saying about Sabrina? Like, is she saying that, you know, she's a good addition, you know, she can help with, you know, help Megan with her homework, or, you know, she can help, you know, do things, she can help me, we can do things together as a family.
All that.
Okay.
You know, we didn't think that there was we didn't think that there was going to be any, you know, downsides of her.
She obviously was the oldest foster kid that you guys have ever had. You guys discuss that? Did you and Lisa discuss that at all?
Yeah, we thought it would be we thought that it would be easier
And I'm sure that the county told you about the bags that Sabrina brought too, correct?
You understood the emotional issues that she was dealing with and medications she was on. I mean, Jobs and Family Services put all that on the table.
Yeah.
She was on what, approximately, 8 medications or so when she moved in with you guys?
He has like 8 or 9 medications. He's on a lot.
Right. And then, obviously, you're not a big medication guy, right? So you,
Never have been.
and you attempted to get her wean her off of those?
Not myself.
Not yourself, but you encouraged or asked the doctors,
Yeah.
see if there's something we can do,
Mhm.
so she's not on so many medications. And then you got her down to, what, like 4 maybe? Not you, but the doctors.
Yeah, 3 or
3 or 4.
Mhm.
And she seemed to be doing good, right?
Yeah, she was doing great.
So after the summer of June of 2011, Sabrina went to school, I'm assuming?
Mhm.
And what school did she go to?
What's it called? It was at the tech center.
Tech Center.
I don't know if it was Lake Academy or
Downtown Willoughby there?
yeah. They got specialized. It's a student school, but it's for kids with IEPs and learning disabilities, problem kids.
When she went to school, what grade was she in at that time? What grade would she be going into?
She was 10th. She was
10th grade?
behind.
How are things in the home during that time period? Like, do you need to talk to Sabrina anymore?
On and off.
On and off? Okay. And how was she during Christmas?
Okay. I'm excited. Just like any kid.
Okay. So nothing changed as far as Christmas wise. She was excited, wanted Santa Claus to come. Obviously, she didn't believe in Santa Claus at that time, but wanted Santa Claus to come and played along with Santa Claus for the other kids. Correct? She didn't ruin anything. Not that you were aware of.
I'm pretty sure she didn't.
Okay. And you guys take any trips during Christmas or anything?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So after Christmas break, she goes back to school. And how's she doing at school after Christmas break?
The same. She hated the school
Hated the school?
the whole year.
So would she come home and complain about the school and things that they're making her do?
Complaining, crying,
Yeah.
mad.
Okay, so then she goes to school for a few months, and then the kids have spring break. She was fine at spring break? No issues at spring break?
No, we went camping in spring break.
Okay, where'd you guys go camping?
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
North Carolina.
Remember where?
Ooh. I don't remember the name of what it's called.
How do we pick these places that we're going to go camping?
That was Lisa's job. She had a book of all kinds of different campgrounds.
Do you gravitate to the KOA, those type?
We had a membership to a certain group of campgrounds. And that one in North Carolina was one that was part of our group that we could go to.
So that camp trip was just like any other camping trip then? Everything went well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. come back from spring break. She taught us the last 2 months out at the tech center. Still complaining, but goes to school every day, does her homework, and graduates or completes the school year. Okay. Tell me a little bit about your guys' day when you come home from school and work. Like you work till 4:30. Would it take you an hour to come home or so?
Half an hour.
Half hour, okay.
Well, you drive a bus then too, right?
Yeah. I was a zombie.
Do you still drive a bus now? No. Okay. So when, so you would come home from work around what, 5?
After boardwalk, call dispatch.
And would you go to sleep first, or would you go right to the bus garage?
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, okay. And what time would you wake up?
6:30.
6:30? So you sleep from 5 to 6:30, wake up, go to the bus garage.
Yeah, sure. Well, 6:30 wake up. I would drop Sabrina off at school on the way to the bus garage.
Now, would Sabrina already be awake for school?
Yeah.
What about Megan?
Varied.
Okay. Obviously, Haley wasn't in school, but was she awake at that time? Okay, what about Lisa?
That was hit or miss.
Hit or miss? Sometimes she'd be awake, sometimes she wouldn't.
What was the relationship now with Sabrina and Lisa and you? How's everything gelling?
And Megan and Haley.
Yeah, the family unit. How's everything gelling?
Had its good days and had its bad days.
Tell us about the good days.
The good days, everything went smooth. There was no problems. Kids did what they needed to do.
Harmony in the home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell us about the bad days.
Bad days. You started out with Megan and Sabrina getting into it. Or Sabrina. Either not getting her way about something and reacting to that, or doing something wrong and having to be gotten after.
And who would step in and correct her? Would it be you or would it be Lisa?
It was equal.
Okay.
It got to the point to where Lisa got really frustrated, and so we made the decision for Lisa to just deal with Megan, and I dealt with Sabrina.
When did that decision happen?
I couldn't tell you.
Sabrina listened to you more? You had more influence on her?
I don't know if I'd say that.
As opposed to Lisa? You know, who had the...
I was able to get through to her better, I believe.
So obviously when you talked, she listened. Whereas Lisa, she talked and all she heard was wah, 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 wah.
Probably a good analogy.
Um,
I laid it on the line from her, to her from the get-go, telling her that what we were willing to do to help her, as long as she followed the program, she was more than welcome to stay in her house, even after she was out of care.
So, if you could elaborate more on how your relationship with Sabrina developed and evolved. Remember, Kevin, we asked you for the truth when we came here.
If we're getting into all this stuff, aren't I supposed to have my lawyer?
Well, you know, that we explained to you when he read you your rights. But also, we asked you for 3 things. I asked you for the truth. I wanted to hear your side of the story. And we needed to talk to you. This is the time to clear the air. So. It's your decision. You know you have a choice in the matter.
Well, I already have
But
an attorney on record. I think he should be here for all this.
well, like I said,
I'm only gonna say the truth. I'm not gonna lie about anything.
right. That's what I asked you for when we came in here. You know we have the evidence. I have an 11-count indictment here. And I wanted to discuss the whole thing with you, the whole puzzle. You know, each piece of the puzzle we put together for the last 8 months. And we have the evidence. So, I mean, we are going to go forward with this, as you know, and as we are going forward with it now. The part you just asked me about, that's your decision, and that's, I wanted to work with you if I could, but, you know, I can't talk to you then. So, you're at the Y in the road, you have to make a decision, you know. But I thought we had a good conversation going.
Your choice to make, Calvin.
We do. It's
So you just have to let us know what your decision is.
I should have a lawyer before we proceed.
Okay.
About 9 months after the murder, Sabrina finally broke. Facing a mountain of evidence and feeling completely abandoned by Kevin, she confessed to everything. As part of a plea deal, she pled guilty to aggravated murder in August 2014 and agreed to do one more thing: testify against the man who had manipulated her from the start. Her testimony was devastating, and it sealed his fate. Kevin was found guilty of conspiracy to commit aggravated murder and multiple counts of sexual battery. His entire defense, that Sabrina was just a jealous teenager who acted alone, completely fell apart in court. In the end, both Sabrina and Kevin received the same sentence: life in prison with the first chance of parole after 30 years. Sabrina will be 47 when she's first eligible in 2014. Kevin will be 73 when his turn comes in 2044. A civil court also awarded Lisa's daughters over $6 million in damages from both of them. This case is a tragic reminder of how the systems meant to protect vulnerable kids can fail. It forces us to ask some really tough questions. When you have one person who holds the knife and another tells them where to strike, where does the blame really fall? Can someone be both a killer and a victim at the same time? Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments below, respectfully.
Unsolved deaths, chilling suspicious murders, heartbreaking missing persons cases. New episodes every week.